Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to. Is this the last one? I don't know. No. Next to the last episode of the Employee Baltimore show for the year of 2021. This is our Christmas week show. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Saturday is Christmas Day. And the very first thing that we want you to know is that we are praying. We are praying for families who have lost loved ones. We got this murder epidemic in Baltimore. COVID is going crazy, and we are not desensitized to the reality that some of what's challenging some people from having a Merry Christmas is lost loved ones. We are praying for you. We are covering you in prayer. We walking with you through this place because all of us have been touched in one way, shape, or form or another by the current circumstances. To everybody though, we do wish a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holiday. No matter what discipline it is that you follow, we want everybody during this time to know that this is a great time to bring a cheerful salutation to somebody that's in need of hearing a kind word. I'm more grateful now than ever that I get to do what I get to do for a living, working for the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, because I do know while the sweat of many people brows, there's going to be some amazing gifts that are shared amongst family, some amazing meals. And I sit with the understanding that God has blessed me and put me in a position to be able to help people to get the jobs that they need in order to be able to celebrate and to love on their families the way that they get to. So I'm just honored today. I know I'm sitting here looking like I don't have no neck and no wrist. That's because it's ugly Christmas sweater Employee Baltimore show. And I got the ugliest of the ugly of the ugly. It gets no uglier than this thing. And because the neck is green and this is green screen technology, it's taking the neckline of the shirt away and the wrist. So we're going to have a little fun with that today. And today's show is on a lighter note. While we are going to talk to you about the great opportunities and things that we're still extending, I got some of my friends, my beloved co-workers who are here with me today, and we're just going to have a good time in the holiday spirit. Now, I got to remind my friends that it is still office hours. So don't pull out the eggnog that's got a little something in it. Pull out the eggnog that don't have nothing. We want you to get your eggnog. We want you to get your pen and your paper because we're still going to be talking about exciting opportunities here in the city of Baltimore. And we want you to continue to be the beneficiary. So you can join us by going to the Baltimore Mayor's Office of Employment Development page if you're catching it somewhere else, like on my Facebook page, because I'm about to share it. So if you're catching it there, you can go to the Mayor's Office of Employment Development page and you can share with us. Remember, it's all about employment opportunities. It's all about giving people what they need to go to the next level of life. I am sharing now. But you want to get on this broadcast because if you hear something that you want to ask questions about, all right, you need to be on this broadcast to do it. Look, he can't even let me bring him from behind stage. That's right. I got the youngest in charge, the young gunner, the number one runner with me today, and I might as well bring him on first. I would have done the ladies first, but he's just anxious to get on the screen. I'm talking about one of my right hands. He's a part of the A squad. He's the one that took my place down at the Westside Youth Opportunity Center and just had an amazing event with the University of Maryland where about 30 people were extended contingent job offers. I'm talking about the one and only business service representative of the Youth Opportunity Program. That's Mr. Dwayne Williams Jr. Dwayne, what's up, man?
Hey man, what's going on? I wish you would have did the ladies first because Auntie gonna come on here and she gonna have something to say in about 15 minutes.
Well, look. I always tell people, man, I bring them up better than Steve Harvey. Steve ain't got nothing on me on an introduction tip. They need to get me at the Apollo. And in that same line, I got one of the greatest of all times, one of the best to ever do it, one of the legendary BSRs in the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. She's known the world over. She's one of those people that I talk to employers, and they said, "Oh yeah, we work with Deirdre Moore Durant." I'm talking about the one and only, the anchor, one of the anchors at the Eastside Career Center, then put in more work to change the social economic direction of lives in Baltimore than just about anybody I know. I'm talking about the one and only Aunt Dee Dee, Deirdre Moore Durant. Thank you for being with us today.
Hello, team. Hello, my adoring fans. How are you today?
Hey,
Today
Dwayne, now she
is
don't know.
great
She
to
don't
be
know I'm about to
here.
get her back. I'm about to get her back. Before you can do anything else, you gotta sing a verse of your favorite Christmas song.
Well, she come on here with tambourines and stuff. I thought we
Oh
was in
no, these
church.
are the Christmas bells of joy.
So you gotta sing. She look. We had our holiday party for all of our staff, and everybody before they could sit down and drink a glass of water had to sing a lot of their favorite Christmas songs. So now it's your turn, on Dee Dee. Come on, favor us with
Oh
a
no. Okay.
selection.
Okay. Um, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Okay. She got something working over there too. Come on, give it up for Aunt Dee Dee. Give it up for Aunt Dee Dee.
Okay,
And
Tag, you're it.
this last young lady. Oh, I gotta sing too.
Oh,
I'm gonna
you
sing. I'm
started,
gonna
man.
sing after Dwayne. But let me do this real quick. This next young lady is one of the newest managers in our agency, and y'all, she's bringing so much to the table that she's already really hit the ground running. I've had the opportunity to be with her in several spaces. Her knowledge base and her willingness to understand the way things are done over here in the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, to me, has made her a standout already. She is heading up our apprenticeship initiative. Y'all, we are fully invested financially and every other way possible to make sure that we can bring apprenticeship back and make it be what it should be in the city of Baltimore. And that's being headed up by the one and only, the lovely Miss Wendy Gordon. Miss Wendy.
How are you? Hello. I'm ringing in Christmas and the New Year. It's so good to be back on the Employ Baltimore show. So
I'm so
I'm in
glad
the
to have you
spirit.
here.
I'm
And we
in the
agreed.
spirit.
We agreed that you was gonna put the bow right on your forehead because you ain't wear Christmas colors. But
I'm
we gonna
gonna
let it
use
slide. We
it.
gonna let
I'm
you
gonna
slide.
create a necklace out of it. I'm all
I
tied up
slide this time.
for the holidays.
All fit to be tied, y'all. Listen, I want to kick this thing by, just acknowledging the reality that, and you heard me say it in the beginning. For some people, this year isn't. In no Christmas is merry. Today is my granddad's birthday, who we also lost on the 17th of December 2 years ago. So I got some things in my memory, but nonetheless, I'm at a place in my life where I'm clear that the work that we do is a calling. I'm clear that God has positioned us to bring opportunities to people. And when I think about how many people right now are able to provide a meal or able to provide a gift for their family because of the great work that God has blessed us to do, I'm excited about that. Talk about some of that impact, that impactful work, that work that goes beyond showing up for a 9 to 5, but knowing that you are literally impacting an entire family.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to jump out here and say there's no greater gift at this time of year or any time of the year to have a job, to have your own money, to be independent. And when you know that you've played a part in that, helping someone feel good about themselves, getting up every morning, going to work, being a contributing citizen here in Baltimore, that's a great feeling. It's a rewarding experience that's shared by us, and we're also sharing it with them. So that's my 2 cents on the topic.
Hey, that's more than 2 cents. I think that was about 57 cents. That's awesome. That's awesome. Dwayne on DD.
Well, also, I worked with the agency for a number of years, and the agency not only help employ individuals, but they also have opportunities that people can get additional training, so they can get to that next level of the ladder in reference to income earning. We help families. We fight as an agency for improved sustainable living wages. That's something that we're in the mix of doing right now. We indicate that folks need also resources. And in our one-stop career centers, while in the office, I'm at the Eastside Career Center. And we do have those supports in reference to whether it's food stamps, whether it's they need some support with housing. Those resources are available to them. If they need some help in getting their resumes done and those things in reference to pre-employment resources, they're there all also. We help families, we help individuals get to that next step, which is employment. And we're just so excited about having that opportunity. During the time frame of the pandemic, we were doing our shows and information live. We recently have opened our centers by appointment. Now with COVID and Omicron and all the stuff going on, we're going to be taking a look at that as an agency to make sure that our staff is safe as well as those that would be visiting us. But one thing that this time frame showed us over the last year and a half or 2 years, it showed us another way to get information out, such as the Facebook Live, Baltimore City Mayor's Office of Employment Development, Facebook opportunities, where during that time frame, we continue to share information. We got lots of people employed, and we were able to just continue to do the good work we do, not only for our agency, but for our community at large. And we just thank you all for continuing to listen in to us and to take heed of the information that was shared through the Mayor's Office of Employment Development Business Service Units, where we are here to employ Baltimore.
Man, listen, we might as well go ahead and log off the air now. Aunt Dee Dee done told it all. Mr. Williams, you have a different perspective because you have the honor of being able to work with young adults, and our young adult population in Baltimore are sometimes the most affected by some of the things that happen in our city, specifically the crimes and the murders. But you get to be able to position them to do something better, man. Let the people know about your passion for our young people and the work that you're doing down there. Yo.
Yeah, first of all, this is a wonderful platform, and so I'm grateful to be here with a couple legends in their own right. One of the things I love about Baltimore is that Baltimore is not short of individuals who genuinely do the work. I think we all have a different approach, but we genuinely do the work. And so I'm grateful that just over the last 34 years of my life, not all of them, but maybe 16 of them, I've been able to invest in the city that I was born and raised in, live in, still live in, that I love, that I cherish. So, it's a beautiful thing to kind of be working in this seat because you see so many reflections of young people who at one point in time or another may be a reflection of you or something that you've gone through. And so it is with great joy and great pleasure and great esteem and great abilities and great talents that myself, along with so many others at the Yo West Side Center, we come in every day and we put in the work to see that young adults are getting to the places that they want to get. It's also a joy to see young adults come in and be like, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to make it happen. I'm ready to do it. And that doesn't exclude that there aren't challenges present. However, one of the things I love about having seasoned teams is seasoned teams help you to navigate through those challenges and those things. And so I'm grateful to be a part of that. I'm grateful to be putting in the effort. Shout out to all of the wonderful people over at Yo West Side, especially my partner in crime, Miss Cannon, who's not with us today, but so grateful for each and every one of them and the work that we are doing.
All right, y'all. We done got past the political speech part of this thing, and we gonna have some. I'm just, man, y'all know I like to have fun. I like to pick with my team. Great team. I need y'all to like, love, and share because the one thing that's consistent about the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, although tomorrow we'll have a day off, we don't take time off. And guess what? Even through this time, we still have incredible opportunities. And I'm going to ask Dwayne to kick us off and talk about the recent engagement you had with the University of Maryland, because I believe you already have another date scheduled with them. And we want people preparing themselves to continue to connect with an MOED because it's a no days off approach. We got to keep getting people to work.
Yeah, that's so good. Just about what, maybe a week ago, last Friday actually, we had a humongous event where we partnered with one of our partners, the University of Maryland. They came in on site, and we had probably over 100 people registered to come. Of course, not everyone showed up, and that's okay. That is no fault to theirs, no fault to ours. People have things that come up, different things happen, and they can't attend. But a lot of people did show up, and what I loved about the event is that every individual who showed up was prepared. They had a resume. They were decently dressed and prepared. Not only that, I love their energy and tenacity because of the COVID situation and being in the building. We had to kind of do things in different spurts and different parts. And so their patience was really great. Not to mention they stayed around. They didn't get frustrated like I'm leaving because y'all taking too long. No, they actually sat and waited for their time to, what I like to say, shine. Their time to interview, and many of them got in front of the recruiters, HR department, and they nailed it on the head. They did what they had to do to make sure what we call the young people world, if y'all don't mind me saying this, to secure the bag. And so many of them are in their processes now to securing that bag. And we're so grateful for what they are about to embark on. Many of them are going through the process. I had people hit me up that Monday. Hey, I didn't get this. I didn't get that. Okay, we made sure they got it because we wanted them to be successful in their endeavors of seeking out a career. And let me tell you, I love this about the University of Maryland because they're one of the premier hospitals in our city with multiple locations. And so what I love about them is they intentionally want to hire Baltimore residents, intentionally want to hire Baltimore residents. And so I think that we are to applaud them. We ought to thank them. We ought to give them a shout out because I believe that the goal of our mayor and the goal of this department as well, the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, is to make sure that Baltimore citizens have a chance at being employed by our city. I think it's a beautiful thing to have others come from other states and other avenues of life that come in and want to work and live in Baltimore. But I think it's an even better thing, an even better, beautiful thing when citizens who've been born, raised, been educated in this city have an opportunity to get some of the career opportunities that we have here in our city. And that's what we endeavor to do. It was an amazing event. We cannot wait until the next one. The next one is going to be brought to us in the month of January. We will get that date to you. We'll probably come back on here and present it to you. And we can't wait to see you there.
That's right, y'all. We bringing them back for a repeat performance in January. I think we're looking at around the third or fourth week, somewhere around the 19th, that we're going to be bringing University of Maryland back. And with that being said, I want to swing over to Aunt Didi. Aunt Didi, it ain't no telling how many recruitments you might have done in the last 3 days because of how you get down. But I know recently you did something with Amazon that was a huge success. Talk to us about the Amazon and talk to us about some of or any other upcoming things that you got going on.
Well, before we had Amazon, on Monday we had Humana that was visiting with us, and they were looking for intake specialists. They were looking for direct professional support. They were there the Friday before, and the turnout was great. We had them return again on that Monday. And
Wow.
then on Tuesday, man, oh man, we had Amazon in the house. I ring my bell for that. We had Amazon in the house, and we
I was
had
wondering when you was going to ring that bell.
in the name, I'm gonna ring my bell. In the name of Monica and Amber and Sonora that were exceptional. Those were the representatives from HR from Amazon. Amazon came in, they had their setup. That they made sure like the tablecloths on each of the tables. They had the screens for protection. They had giveaways for those candidates. We had over 100 and some people that indicated that they were interested. And we had over 80 people that showed, yes, 80 people that came into the center. We well, most certainly were adhering to the protocols to make sure everybody was safe. Everything was done with decency and order. And the good news is many of those folks that came in that day got tentative verifications that they will be starting new jobs in January. If all you wanted for Christmas was that new job, those folks that showed up, for the most part, for that day, got confirmation of new jobs. Now, of course, pending employability criteria and those kind of things, these are folks that will be starting their jobs. Now, I'm gonna tell you, it's $22.50 an hour. They also had sign-on benefits. So, so it was a great time to find a job opportunity. Now, Amazon will be visiting many of our other centers in January and February. So we want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity that wants to work. It has a variety of hours, a variety of locations. And more importantly, it's a good job. So I think the next opportunity is January the 12th. We'll get the details out to you there. And then we have two opportunities in February, and they will be going what we call round robin into some of our other centers. And the reason why we do that, folks, is to make it convenient for folks in those areas. If you're interested in a job, we bring the job and the information to you so that you can actually apply for those job opportunities. The links are still available. We have updated the information. So for those of you that are interested in working with Amazon, I understand they're 420 friendly. Is that Dwight? Right, Dwayne?
Yeah, you got it right. You got it right, Auntie.
Okay, there's 420 friendly for those people that might have worked for Amazon before and needed a new schedule and that kind of thing. Within 6 months, they're giving folks renewed opportunities to work there. They are just doing so many great things that they're allowing folks to come back to work and to do an excellent job at $22.50 an hour and a signing bonus. The recruiters for the day basically assisted in answering all the questions. They even assisted folks in navigating through the application process so that they could complete and get their schedules. They were hands on. And I also like to thank all of our members at the Eastside Career Center because it was most certainly was a full team effort. As we registered people in, we had for some of those folks that wasn't able to move forward with the Amazon opportunity, we had some other opportunities that we were able to share with them so they would be returning back to the center. We just had a great time and we was just so happy to see so many Baltimore City residents that was anxious to return to work. And I'm just so happy that many of them got the opportunity to be able to get a call-in date for the early part of January to actually return to work. It was an excellent event. And myself, along with my co-partner and our producer of the show, Miss Katanya Lester, we were excited to see folks. I do need to mention at this point, look, there's a lot of things going on. And I don't know, and we are planning other events for January, but again, it is our intent to keep folks safe. So depending on what this Omicron thing is doing, we know how to do it virtually too, and we might need to return to that or some kind of hybrid, but we want to make sure that folks get the information and get the information out. And I want to use this time to indicate that, personally, I work with not only the hospitals, such as the University of Maryland, Johns Hopkins, and Mercy, then others. But I also work with nonprofits. And many of our nonprofits have received additional grant funding that they're looking for some great folks. So if you're looking to have jobs working in the case management, if you're looking for jobs that you're looking to work directly with folks and support them into excellent statuses in reference to offering resources and that kind of thing. The Mayor's Office of Employment Development has those opportunities as well, simply by going to our Now Hiring, where we have 450 plus jobs on our job board as openings. And guess what? The Mayor's Office of Employment Development also has some job opportunities. Employers are out there and they're looking for some great folks. And most certainly, we encourage our Baltimore City residents to take a look at both of those resources and find your next job opportunity. Employers need you.
Didi is such a wealth of information, y'all. Listen, I'm trying to tell you that's what this show is all about. This show is all about sharing valuable information. And listen, I need y'all to make sure that y'all liking, loving, and sharing. Make Facebook's algorithm go crazy so more people can know that we're on the air. Y'all, it's some people right now that are in seasonal positions. And when the season shifts, they're going to be laid off. They need to know Amazon is coming back. They need to know University of Maryland is happening again. They need to know that one of the greatest things that can shift you from being in jobs over to being in a career is apprenticeship. Apprenticeship has been around in Baltimore forever, but it's kind of been an old boys network where you had to know somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody just to get a foot in the door. It was very exclusive. I'm not saying that it was done purposely, but it wasn't getting to the residents of Baltimore in the way that it should. So the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, under the leadership of our Mayor Jason Perkins Cohen, our director, said it's time that we bridge that gap. And we're not going to bridge that gap by having our current staff and team to go and to do this. We're going to create an entirely separate division that's going to be focused wholeheartedly on apprenticeships. And I told you guys earlier, we have the guru, the person that bears that weight and responsibility and is doing it with style, grace, and passion here with us today. Miss Wendy Gordon, talk to the people and help them to understand that apprenticeship that may have been seen out of reach, how we bringing it to them in this next season.
We are certainly bringing it to the people, and the only one you need to know is how to get on our website and apply. That's the most important part of this. Is just you making the initiative or taking the initiative to just reach out to us, as well as we're going to be reaching out to you. Coming in the next few, I would say very soon. I won't put a timetable on it. I'll just say very, very soon. We're waiting for the Board of Estimates to approve budget, but before we can kick this thing off. But we're not waiting alone for that, because we're already making plans to get out into the community, talk to employers, let them know that this new initiative is going to be available to them. And we want them to start posting their jobs, letting us know what the needs are in their industry and what skills they're looking, what skill sets they're looking for. Already, we are looking at different ways to, in fact, we're strategizing and looking at different ways to reach out to these businesses. We're looking on websites. We're getting out and meeting with them. We're even thinking about doing a direct mail campaign in which we reach them that way, making phone calls if necessary, using this resource to let people know that apprenticeships is alive and well, and that we are actively searching and recruiting for not only employers, but also apprentices. So this is part of our effort. We're looking to bring on board 100 apprentices in the next few, let me just say very, very soon. We're looking to bring on 100 apprentices. We want them to be in various areas, but our areas of concentration are definitely going to be in IT and cybersecurity, healthcare, of course, construction, and of course the professional businesses, professional skills. So that industry is wide open. You know, there's a great need in the healthcare industry for almost all disciplines. So we hope that people will learn about apprenticeships, want to sign up, and it's so easy to go to our website. And we're making some changes and some adjustments right now to that so that we can update it. But we want them to go on our website, and of course they can go to our hiring events and let the representatives who are at the hiring events around the city know that they're interested in apprenticeships. They will pass this information on to me. We'll be certain to enroll and register them in that. Right now, we're looking at about 20 companies that are local, and these are in varying disciplines, as I've described. earlier, healthcare, nonprofit, transportation, um, business development. It's varying disciplines, and we're looking to start building a network and creating relationships with these companies, letting them know that there is a talent pool and a resource in us that they can use to actually make these new hires. So these are some of the things that we're doing in the background right now. Also, if you're interested, there are some wraparound services that we also offer. Soft skills development. If you're looking to develop your resume, or maybe you want to simply beef up what you already have, we've got someone, a job coach, who's available to you and will be able to assist you in creating that resume or fine tuning that resume. Maybe you want to brush up on those interview skills. We're going to show you how to do that and give you some techniques and some training on that. If you're looking for how to research, how to search out a job, will be able to assist you with that. So we're going to provide you with the complete package of not only making certain that you look at a job path or a career path rather that's suitable with your skills, that's a good match. We're going to also provide the training in terms of the people skills, computer skills, resume skills, interview skills. Those things are going to be provided. And then we're going to follow up with you to see that everything is working smoothly for you on the job through our resources with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development Employer Services. So all of these things are in the works right now. It's an exciting time for us. We've got a great team of people who are working to build the infrastructure for this, and we're just ready to roll it out. So as soon as we get the final approval, employers are going to be thrilled to hear that the offering, there's some incentives for them, and I don't want to share all of that until it's first approved, but there are some great incentives for employers to jump on board, get in the game, because this is going to really just set a whole difference, a big difference in new hires and the way we do business and how we do business with a new generation of workforce that's already in place and ready to go. So we really want to be at the table with these employers and talking to them about the incentives and the eligibility for joining our program. We want to talk to the apprentices and let them know here's how you get ready for it, because there's going to be lots of opportunity out there for you. And when we bridge that gap, bringing employers and future or potential employees together, it's a win-win for everyone.
I definitely, I definitely want to kind of reiterate that everything we talking to you about is well above minimum wage, guys. Like, we have made a focus in our agency to annihilate and obliterate the minimum wage, and we've done it without policy or legislation. Every opportunity you're hearing about is about $18, $19 an hour or better, come with incredible benefits, sign-on bonuses. And listen, it's still the opportunity for you. We just need you to connect with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development so that we can get you plugged into these opportunities. Listen, it's a new day in Baltimore. Some people have looked at the COVID situation and the things that it's restricted us from doing. But COVID has expanded the workforce across the world because there are a whole lot more need for people to be able to support our fight against COVID. Businesses have expanded because there's a greater demand for some of the stuff that they were already doing and a need for a whole lot of new stuff. Your skill set and your desire to work can be the perfect piece to that puzzle if you're here in the city of Baltimore. All we need you to do is to connect with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, where we have already kicked down the door. The difference in you going out and going and trying to apply on your own versus coming through the relationship that we've already built, we're able to track it. We're able to hold people accountable on the side of that business to make sure that you're not applying in vain, and to make sure that you get the proper responses, timely responses. In most cases, we have contingent offers being offered right there to you on the spot, just like it was with University of Maryland and Amazon. So we need you to get connected. Our apprenticeship piece is huge. I had the opportunity to work with Bluestone Communications on one of our very first apprenticeship partnerships. Not only were we able to get some of our high school seniors involved in their summer program, we were able to get apprentices connected to their wire and data hiring opportunity. This is an opportunity where people are coming in the door at $15.80 an hour to start, and in 3 years they're making well over $30 an hour. 3 years. With apprenticeship, you go to school a couple of nights a week, you work during the day, the entire time you're growing, you're learning your craft. You can literally relocate across the country by simply calling ahead to the local in that particular area where you want to go. These are opportunities in excellence, and all we need is an excellent workforce that's prepared to move into those opportunities. This has been an incredible show today, a great opportunity to talk about some of what we had going on. Please, I'm gonna start with Aunt Dee Dee this time. Aunt Dee Dee, talk about some of the things that people can look forward to in the immediate.
Well, I like to piggyback on Wendy because I'm excited about the new apprenticeship program. But in addition to that, we also have, let's see, we got Hire Up, we got Train Up, we have the apprenticeship program, and we have the individual training account funds. Now, we at Employer Services, basically, we talk to employers about these opportunities, trying to match with the job seekers and get folks back to work. But sometimes, as was mentioned, we need to, I'm calling this skill up our Baltimore City residents so that they would be able to obtain those jobs that now have vacancies. We have a team of global career development facilitators at our centers that's able to help them navigate through this process to get paid training. So we want to make sure that we work as a team so if there's opportunity for training or additional certification, those opportunities are available to our Baltimore City residents. We have excellent opportunities for folks to skill up. That's what we're going to call it. Whether it's one of our programs here, Hire Up, Train Up, Apprenticeship, or IDA programs, for folks to get additional certifications so that they can join the industries, the growth industries in our area. We got things going on in construction. We have things going on in IT. We have employers that are looking for not only just certified folks, but also folks with degrees in particular areas. As mentioned before, I work with many of our nonprofits. And whether you know or don't know, they've gotten additional support grants to help Baltimore City residents. We need folks in order to fill those particular jobs. We have folks that have gotten their CDLs, but guess what? We need to get the product from the docks and back into the stores. We have folks that are interested in working, and we still need our healthcare support. Our doctors, not doctors, but nurses, our CNA, our GNAs, people that are working within the hospital environment, counselors. There's lots of jobs that we need to fill. And I want our audience to know that there's lots of jobs that need to be filled. And guess what? There's lots of people looking for jobs. So at some point it will be competitive in reference to who's able to match with the right job opportunity and have the skill sets that employers are looking for. Our employer services division supports and assists folks with that as we try to pre-screen the candidates that we're making the recommendation, the referral to employers. And you know what? They get hired. It's a win for the employer. It's a win for the job seeker. And hopefully with our relationships that we develop with a growing number of employers within the Baltimore City and our surrounding county areas, we're gaining the reputation of being the go-to place to be able to find post for employers and find great candidates. So, continue to look at our Facebook Live postings, continue to look at our job board, which we have over almost 15 folks on our employer services division now, each of them speaking to different employers, All those jobs are not only posted on our Now Hiring job board, but it also is posted on our Maryland Workforce Exchange, MWE, because we're trying to get the right candidates to fit for the right jobs. Thank you, Marvin.
Now I'm gonna come over to you, Miss Wendy Gordon. Can you give us some of what people can look forward to as it pertains to what your division is doing in the immediate?
Well, again, it's an earn and learn program. Maybe I should say it's an earn while you learn program. And so, what we're doing is expanding on the opportunities that you described with Bluestone. We're looking at other companies, not other, but additional companies, so that have a need for new employees, have job openings. And even recently, I visited a company, and I'm just going to give them a shout out. I was over to Efficiency Enterprises. They are so excited to get started. Efficiency happens to be a company that provides maintenance for a lot of the trucks, commercial trucks that you see on the road. And they also do some other mechanical work on forklifts and other maintenance repair work on big engines and forklift equipment. And I'm going to tell you, they were so excited to get started with an apprenticeship program. They are ready to go today, actually. And so we're trying to bring these opportunities to folks. As you mentioned, it's a progressive wage scale that's above minimum wage. So we're saying to you, make the effort. Contact the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. We'll put you in touch with employers who are looking to hire. You'll start off as an apprentice, and you will be earning a salary above minimum wage. As you develop and progress in the program, so does your salary. Most of the program that's the apprenticeship programs that are being offered are offered for 3 to 4 years, because they're developing, helping you develop a skill that's going to in the end help you to achieve credentials that will take you not only through that company but to other companies as well, and makes you more job marketable with other companies. But as you progress in the program, so does your salary. It advances with you. And after your apprenticeship program has ended, you then are also, in most cases, offered a job right there with the company that you've been learning from. You're not only learning a skill, you're also learning the employees too, and the culture of the company, and what their products and services are. That makes you very, very knowledgeable and very valuable. What many of our apprentices do is then become the new employees of those particular companies. And even if they decide in their career, well, I want to branch out and do some other things, they now have that certification that will take them anywhere. And be able to offer those skills to other companies. So we don't want you to leave the company that you started your apprenticeship with. We're not encouraging that. But we're saying to you, you have greater opportunities and more options to explore. So getting involved in this program really starts you on a true career path that can take you to your fullest potential and help you to achieve that. So that's really what we're all about, trying to bring opportunities to people, trying to bring options, give them more options. And I will say this, if you'll let me, Marvin. College is a wonderful thing, but it's expensive. And when you get out, there's no true guarantee that you're going to have a job waiting for you. You really have to do your due diligence to get out there and get a job. Well, with apprenticeship, there's no school debt. You get to start with
Talk about it. That's real.
yeah, there's no school debt. You're getting trained in the profession that you've chosen, and that's a good match for you. And getting that experience, which is invaluable. And of course, when you're done with the your 3 to 4 year experience in the apprenticeship, you come out with a certificate, which is another way of saying sort of your diploma of your apprenticeship skills and development. So you have certification that is industry recognized, not just mayor's office recognized. It's nationally or regionally recognized. And then you're also offered a job because that employer, when they decide to take on apprentices, they have to have the jobs available for each of those apprentices that they take on. So you're almost guaranteed. If you do your part, they're going to do their part, and you will have a job at the end because they've trained you to do the job that you're going to be hired into. So it truly is a great situation and a great initiative for anyone who's interested in apprenticeships. We want to encourage everyone to seek out the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, get registered in the Maryland Workforce Exchange. We're right now looking at, as Ms. Moore, Deidre has shared with you, we've got more than 400 jobs, 450 plus jobs on the job board, but we're also working with more than 350 companies, of which more than 150 of them we have long-standing relationships with, and we're adding to the list every day. So now's the time. Don't wait. Go ahead and get registered and signed up for an apprenticeship today. And if you want to come out to one of our hiring events, someone will be there who will take your information and pass it along to us. We're ready to assist you anytime you're ready to get a job.
Thank you, Miss Wendy Gordon and Dwayne, Mr. Dwayne Williams. Before I come to you to get your final thoughts and what you got coming on immediately, man, I want to publicly celebrate you. You, like many of us, have work that you do outside and the work that your organization did on the philanthropy side, putting together a lot of blessings for families that are in need during this holiday. Man, I just wanted to publicly say great work. Keep up the good work. You and your team really pulled it together, man, and did something that's beyond impactful. Talk to us about what we got going on. We can look forward to on the side of the youth and young adult, our population 18 to 24.
Well, I can tell you this. Uh, Auntie Didi and Miss Wendy must be best friends. Oh, man, y'all listen, y'all are best friends. Y'all will walk us through the history. Hey, Kataria, I want to see them. I don't want to go to the big screen. I just stay in the full box because I'll be feeling weird when we go to the big screen. Let me say this, man. Y'all will walk us through a history in a minute. I just learned a whole history lesson. You know, but no, Marvin, to our leader for the 18. Listen, man, thank you for that. I just want to publicly just say this. I never know what houses we're going to because the team gets that information, because we get our information from a resource. And we were all up and around Yo Baltimore yesterday, handing out gifts to families. And so it kind of did my heart good, because to know that we were giving out in West Baltimore and then went to East Baltimore and then we went to the county. So I love this stuff. I love what we do here at MOED. I love what we do, all of us, what we do individually. And so I just add this final thought. Guys, if you aren't tapped into this, any adult that's listening, you may want a job. We got people who can handle you. Any adult that's listening and maybe the young person is not, I want you to refer them. I want you just force them. You know, I want to challenge adults that know young adults. Back in the day, we used to make them do certain stuff. I think some traits of back in the day we shouldn't get rid of, right? I think there's some that we could, but then some we can keep. This is one of the traits that we can keep. You know, a young adult that's really looking, you keep hearing them talking about they want to work and make money. push them in our direction. At the end of this, you're going to see, and maybe even in the ticker right now, you're going to see how they can reach out. There's going to be different ways they can reach out. I can publicly tell you that, all you got to do is email me and we'll get back to them and get them going. And so I'm grateful for what we're going to do over at Yo Baltimore. We're going to be bringing in these companies in our cities. Thank you so much. These companies in our city that really want to hire, because make no mistake about it, I'm just echoing what my fellow coworker said, that many of the employers in this city want to hire Baltimore citizens. They want to hire Baltimore citizens. One more time. They want to hire Baltimore citizens. And at the end of the day, we want you to come and be a part of that. All right. Don't get the tail end of it. I think that's all I'm going to add. A shout out to Marvin McKinstry for holding this show down. Him and Katanya Lester, they are consistent. They are active. There we go with them bells, and they produce, and so we give both of them a big shout out, because this is their baby and they do it well. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. I want to thank all three of y'all for being on here with us. I want to thank our listening audience, who is probably our most important guest, and I certainly want to thank our very capable producer. My camera is frozen on my end. I don't know if I'm frozen to everybody else. I hope not, but hopefully you can hear my voice, because I want to take the moment. You heard me earlier mention Mayor Brandon Scott. You heard me mention our director Jason Perkins Cohen, but there's somebody who is really the engine that makes everything that we do go. And that person is so very little mentioned in these spaces and public spaces. But without her work, the work that we have done over the years to get people employed would definitely not be happening with the efficiency and effectiveness that it does happen. So I want to take this time to shout out our director. She's the assistant director in over the Employer Services Division, Miss Yvette Clark. Miss Clark, I want you to know. I want you to know. No, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I want you to know that it's a pleasure working with you and for you. You inspire me, you help me, you teaching me some things that I did not know, and helping me personally to grow. And I see where our division is growing. Catania and I have been plotting, and I'm hoping with us having this one more show left for the year that we can get you to come on next Thursday and sit down and we can have a conversation so people can really understand the person with the passion and a lot of the brain trust behind the great work that we're doing in the Employer Services Division. I saw you comment earlier. I don't know if you're still here. And yes, I did mean to put you on the spot. And hopefully we can get you to commit to come on the air while the people are here. But I want to tell you, it's been a tremendous honor, and we still have so much more work to do. A tremendous honor, your unselfishness with your time, your wisdom, your relationships, being an encourager first, and then bringing the accountability where it's needed is what I aspire to be as a leader. So thank you. We honor you, admire you, respect you, and we want you to continue doing what's necessary to help us be the best that we can be. Again, y'all, if y'all can make some noise, put some hearts up for Miss Yvette Clark.
Okay, Marvin, you're not getting out of this about this song, buddy.
We don't have time for a song.
As we get ready to close and log off of here, I always like to say, if you're looking for employment, the Mayor's Office of Employment Development is looking for you. With a focus on economic justice, we are committed to building a workforce system that actually works. So make sure that you get plugged in. Make sure that you stay connected to the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, and we will make sure that we stay connected to who we need to connect to make sure that you get exactly what you need when you come through our doors. Thank you again. I do want to shout out on this Sunday at the church that I'm privileged to pastor, the Victory House Worship Center at 10 a.m., 1063 West Fair Street. We've been blessed with some brand new coats for kids, for young people, brand new coats from Burlington Coat Factory, and we want to give them away. So anybody that shows up on Sunday at 10 a.m., will be able to leave with a coat. We do ask that you have your child with you if you intend to get a coat for your child. We do ask that you have the child with you because we want to make sure that we're giving these coats to the children that are in need. With that being said, I don't know if we can get Katanya to come on and just wave at us, anything like that. We got one more show this year, y'all, and we're going to be reviewing our year, talking about a lot of the great things that has happened, and I'm hoping that we can get a lot of time, but at least a little bit of time. There she is, y'all. That's the lady that makes the magic happen behind the scenes. Miss Katanya Lesson, invaluable part of MOED, invaluable part of Employer Services, and definitely the Employee Baltimore show. So yeah, make sure that you're here next week. You're gonna get a lot more good information, and we're gonna just keep striving, keep striving. Tell somebody about this show. Every Thursday we're here and we giving out information that's designed to help people. With that being said, I thank you all for joining us. Have a happy and blessed holiday weekend.
Same to you. Enjoy.